Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, greetings, good evening. As you guys can see in live HD, it is your host with the most, Paul Plant 2, reminding you that Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
Now today we are outside, but it is the summertime in Houston, Texas, so it is hot as Hades. So instead of doing an outdoor gardening build, I'm actually going to build an aquarium in today's video. I love watching aquascape videos, and this is going to be the first time I bring the garden inside into my house and also add some fish into the mix. So this whole journey started a few months ago. I found a blank fish tank inside a thrift store, and I figured, why not use this like $8 fish tank to actually create something amazing. So I got some pea gravel, I got some sand, I lined the tank with that, I threw in some river rocks that I found that my neighbors had threw out in the trash, and that pretty much is where we are. I mean, the aquarium is sitting on a TV tray inside my kitchen, and it definitely needs to be upgraded. So I did actually purchase a table for 15 bucks. It was originally $30 at a thrift store. It actually has a sewing machine in it that I need to take out. I need to put the fish tank on it and then get to building. So let's do it today. Like this video before we get started, and let's see where my first ever aquarium build takes me. Let's get it. This is what I'm putting the fish tank on. You might be like, is it just a table? It is more than a table. It has a sewing machine in it. Please don't get on me, please don't. You're climbing on my crotch. We got the table where it needs to go, and what I like about this table is it just has so much character, from the knobs all the way to the legs, and then even the top is pretty cool. However, it is super scratched up, but you literally get what you pay for. This was $15, so obviously it's not gonna be in 100% mint condition, but because the top is messed up, why not conceal it with the fish tank? But first things first, man, we need to start disassembling. Okay, this is caught. That's annoying. Well, we need to start disassembling this. Alright guys, so a couple days have elapsed, and I do have the aquarium on top of the former sewing machine table, and now it's time to actually do some scaping on it. So inside I currently do have some stones. I was trying to do a rush job on this just off camera, but I'm going to go ahead and take them out because I found a couple cool elements. We have this giant rock and this nice stick, and then I have a few more stones that I want to add in there to really give this a nice scaping before I add in a bunch of the plants and then ultimately the fish. Now the reason I'm even putting the fish tank here is because, guys, when you have a fish tank next to some houseplants, that is instant, easy fish emulsion fertilizer, so it just makes sense. But let's get these rocks out, and then we'll start to process some of the other stones I have collected. Okay, now I am gonna leave this rock and this rock in here because they're partially buried in the dirt. Okay, so now that we have the small stones removed, it's time to process or prep some of my bigger items, such as this stone that was free that I found in my yard, and then I found this stick while I was walking my dogs. And they say to sterilize these, you need to go ahead and boil them, especially to waterlog a piece of wood so it sinks and doesn't float. So we're gonna boil some water right now. So let's fill up this pot and get to cooking some elements. All right, dude, we are putting this on 8, the highest level. And we're gonna go ahead and add in this nice stick and take it for a swim. It actually fits perfectly in here. And then we're gonna throw in the rock. See, this is the benefit of doing this while my girlfriend's at work. I think she'd have an absolute fit if she knew I was using this pot for these reasons. But hey, I don't know if she watches this channel, but we might be getting away with one. Oh, look at this. It looks absolutely delicious. Now I also have a bucket full of extra rocks that I'll use. And believe it or not, I found these on the side of the curb. Someone just chunked out this whole ass pot full of these rocks. So I'll probably grab a couple more and sanitize them real quick too. Look at that, the stew is getting ever stronger. You obviously don't have to boil any rocks to like sterilize them necessarily. The only reason I'm really boiling this water is to remove the tannins from the wood, which can mess with the water quality. This just goes to show this water was clear. Look at it, it is like almost black. So yeah, if you don't want a black water aquarium, then definitely boil your wood or leave it in a pond for months on end. And my lens is foggy!
I got water on the burner.
Ooh, yes, look at that hot rock, baby. Okay, so now it's time to escape. And I had no idea how crazy the glare would be up in here. But I definitely want a big pride rock. So I'm gonna add this big rock right here, holding it down. And then maybe this weird looking dude right here up against that. And then maybe this one will go Lil Uzi Vert. Oh yeah, that rock goes right there. I already know. Nice vertical element in the back. Yes, sir. All right, I think I like the way that looks. So we have the hardscaping all done, and it is going to take probably a couple days to a week for this like oak branch to waterlog itself enough to sink. But I do have a branch that I've let fester in my pond for a couple of months that will be perfect for the scape, and I think we'll also add some nice bacteria. So let's go ahead and grab that guy as well and get them beneficial bacteria flowing and going in the tank. Okay guys, so we're at the outside pond, and this is what I'm talking about. There is a pine branch that has been submerged for months out here, and this dude definitely has some character. I think it looks really cool. It's heavy, it's waterlogged, and it is laden with beneficial bacteria, I surmise. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy in. I might peel off some of the bark just so it doesn't go black water, but the bark actually makes it look pretty cool. So let's check it out in the tank. Oh, it looks pretty cool this way. Woo! Okay, so I think this looks pretty cool, man. It forms a nice triangle and then a couple of multi-tunnels. Oh, now it's time to add a little bit of water in the plants. Now the source of the water for this tank is going to be right here. My rainwater harvesting system, AKA a trash can that just caught this week's rainwater. Now I want this to be as cheap of a tank setup and as natural as possible. And obviously nothing is better and more pure than rain just descending straight from the sky. So we're gonna do a test and see how clean this water actually is, but it is freshly sequestered, so I think it should be pretty good. All right, let's give it a dip and see what's going on. Look at that. No nitrites, no nitrates, obviously. This is pure water. Everything is A1 steak sauce, so it's good to go, GI bro. Now another benefit is there might be some microorganisms in here and probably some larvae that the fish can feed on instantly. So we're gonna slow fill it with this watering can. All right, so check that out, guys. Now that there's a nice water level in here, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some of the plants, and then I'm gonna continue to fill it after the plants are in their final resting positions. So the plants that I'm throwing in, I previously purchased at Petco, and they're in my little temporary housing facility of aquatic and erotic items that are gonna go in this tank. So the first thing I'm gonna throw in is probably this Java moss on the bottom right here. I might divide it into two separate clumps and go ahead and chunk this guy in. All right, so this moss is not vivaciously green, but I'm gonna put it in the back underneath this rock. Underneath here, and then this clump is gonna go right up in this cranny. All right, the next plant we're getting out is in this corner. And I'm sorry to scare my fish. Okay guys, so here's the next plant, which is this Anubias Petite. Very cool leaves. We're gonna go ahead and chunk this dude in and break him out this nice little sponge-like texture. Look at the reds. Oh, look at the placement. Next up, we're throwing in this water wisteria. Looks pretty cool, I must admit. And I'm gonna put this guy right in this corner. Sweet. So there's the water wisteria right in that corner. Anubias Petite chillin'. All right guys, now I'm gonna throw in this Anacharis. And sorry if this is hard to see, dude, but it is what it is. And then I also have these bunch plants I'm gonna throw in. We'll put one kind of in the front. All right, and sorry guys, I'm not the best at aquatic planting yet, all right? So I'm just kind of shoving stuff in. Okay, now last and not least, I'm gonna throw in this bunch of whatever this is. And it is definitely rooted all the way up, but I lost its little tag, so y'all let me know. Okay, so we have all the aquatic plants that are specifically aquatic plants in there right now. But there are a couple other elements I want to add, and look how ridiculous this is. My anti-glare like cardboard mechanism. Like look at this, look what I have to do to try and keep the glass from like reflecting. But I have this bamboo shtick and there's gonna be no top to this aquarium. So I wanna shove this guy in so there are some aquatic elements actually sticking out of this tank. And this little piece of bamboo, which I got at Lowe's for half off, it was like $2, definitely will suffice. Like look at this root ball. This thing is doing great. It has a ton of new growth. So I think I'm gonna stick it in this corner right here so we have this nice little vertical shindig going on. Okay, then I also have this cool bulb thingy-majigger, which I also am gonna throw in right in between this log, which you guys probably aren't gonna be able to see that great. And now it's time to fill up the rest of the tank with water. Then we're gonna add some floating plants, and last and not least, the fish. Okay guys, so there is the tank, completely full. It does need some time to clear up. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything that is sitting on the top out, and then I'll probably add in me floating plants, yeah? So the floating plants that I am throwing in are right here. That is right, my guys. I have 1,000,000,001 giant floating plants and a ton of invasive water hyacinth. Now the flowers look amazing, and this is why these have made their way into ponds, and then people empty their ponds into waterways and just ruin the ecosystem. Now I have these guys sequestered right over here in the corner of my like driveway area, and I'm going to add a giant water hyacinth into the tank. Maybe even this one that's flowering, even though it could attract some pollinators. And there also are a ton of water lettuce, and you guys can tell, like, look at those roots. So these will definitely do some filtering. So I'm definitely gonna throw a couple of these guys in and then take them out the tank as time goes on. And then I'll probably chunk in this big behemoth water hyacinth. Like, look at that. If you're telling me this will not filter the water, I don't know what's wrong with you. Now, before I throw in the water lettuce, I am going to trim up the roots just a tad bit. That way they're not quite as long. And this will enable more root growth to occur. So we're just gonna chop it a little bit. And then there are snails on the roots. So we already have some freebie snails that definitely are going to enjoy their new home in this tank. So yeah, we'll just chop up the roots just a tad bit. And that's probably what I'm regularly going to do just for maintenance. All right, let's get it in. All right, so the water lettuce definitely is cooling. The hyacinth is just tipping, man. And maybe I took off too much of its buoyancy or something, but yeah, this dude is acting a fool. All right, here we go with another specimen. This one definitely has a lot more buoyancy, it appears, to it. Yeah, this one definitely is tipping more evenly. Now I'm actually gonna move these guys because I think it'll look better with the tall plants in this corner, holding it down, and then the water lettuce just chilling. Now, last and not least, one other semi-floating plant is actually this aeroid. It's something like a pothos, except it's variegated. So I'm gonna put this dude in as well. The roots will reach all the way down, eventually hitting the substrate. And I'm gonna slide this right behind the bamboo, and hopefully, eventually, it can climb up the bamboo and do its thing. And this is another great filtration option, are just simple pothos plants. So we have the floating plants. We're just letting everything get established. And now I want to throw in the first permanent resident, which is definitely in a catchable position right now. And it is this $2 donation at Petco. Someone just left this outside. Actually, all these fish that I purchased were all $2 and all were left outside Petco. But this isn't a fish, it's something that doesn't need time to acclimate. It is a giant snail. Check it out. So this is my guy Amarillo, and this is the largest snail I've ever seen in a pet store. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop him up, get him in there eating some of that dead plant matter and algae. Dude, that was such an easy capture. Here goes nothing, muffin. Y'all ready? Dude, what a gentle landing. Are you kidding me? That glare is literally pissing me off. But yeah, what a gentle landing. And last and not least, in terms of the tank setup, I'm going to add this waterfall filter from this tank into there. And I need to clean it out in the process. Like, check this out. This is absolutely disgusting. I'm sure it is laden with beneficial bacteria. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out and try and remove anything that might be really disturbing from in here. But obviously I can't remove all the bacteria in one quick cleaning. Okay, so let's put on the filter. It's going on this back side. And we'll plug it in underneath. Okay, so we have the filter installed. That's gonna add a nice little bit of flow into the tank, just moving the water around. It's kind of like a fan for the fishing tank. I'm gonna put one of these fish tank. I'm gonna move the water lettuce where the bigger one is right here, at least for now. And there we have it. Now I'm gonna give it some time to run to clarify the water, and then I'll catch you back when we're adding the fish. All right guys, the filter is in, the water's looking clear, and now it's time to add the fish. Now again, these were $2 fish because I guess someone moved and just left them outside of Petco. So we're gonna try and capture these genetically modified glowfish, some plastic bags, and get them acclimated. Let's do it. Dude, first try, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? First try, bruh. I got the glow shark easily, bruh. Okay, so here we go, man. 2 bright red glowfish. They're gonna look crazy up in here. I'm gonna let them baste in this marinara sauce of purified rainwater for about 30 minutes, and then they shall be released. Hell yeah. So it's been a good half hour, and it is time to let the boys free. So let's go ahead and let this guy out. Look at that. Whew, and that is some fresh, clean, filtered water. Now let's go ahead and release the big glowfish. This guy might be a little bit shy. He likes his space. I'm gonna try not to spill these blue pebbles. There we go. Okay, I feel like I definitely need to get more fish. So now to finish up the project, I got a grow light at Lowe's, cheap setup, like 20 bucks. I'm gonna temporarily have it over the tank, then probably remove it. I mean, this area gets so much natural lighting, I don't even think I need a grow light, but it also helps just to see the fish. Speaking of which, I got a bag full of more fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys out and swim about. They are some neon tetras. The last additions. Gang. Look at that. Ooh, they are all schooled up. Yes, they look super clean. Giant glow tetra is in hot pursuit. These two have scraggled behind, but it's super cool, man. Definitely gives them something to live for, something to do. Look at the little neons, man. All chilling at the front. That is what's up. This is one heck of a color combo, if I am correct, dude. You got the blue, little hits of red, and the big red glowfish. Oh yeah, man. Tough. Tough. And these guys just got plenty of real estate to swim in. I can't wait till the plants grow up. I will catch you guys with an update once they do so. But man, they're creeping and crawling, steady balling. Let's go. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Hopefully y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to give me a big thumbs up. This is the first time I ever did a natural aquarium setup. I'm trying to learn, trying to grow. Hopefully I have enough greenery to filter a lot of their waste, which is definitely ideal, but we'll see how things go, man. I'm just learning, I'm just growing, and I'm just trying to show you guys the process. So yeah, definitely be sure to subscribe if you guys aren't already. Remember, fishes get you hella biatches, and until next time, remember, Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
I will see y'all soon. I'm locked, I'm loaded, and I'm out. Peace.
Killing these songs, leaving a bloody life I roost to. And I'm in it to win it, so I'm somebody that you should get used to.